Too. I buzzed my hair today and it feels amazing.
We're live.
Wow.
Hey guys, it's Fancy,
And Mac.
and this is the Good Wives Network.
And I was
Hey
correct.
guys.
I did not buzz my hair today. A friend of mine did. Very good friend of mine did. But I did buzz my hair a few years back and it was very freeing. I did like the feeling of it. I really, really did. It's an experience.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Just a
All
little
right.
FYI.
Hey everybody, welcome in. If you are just joining for the first time, we'll be talking about Gypsy Rose tonight. We do that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Who would have
if you guys
thought?
can tap and share and all of the good things to get this out there. Hey Jameson, hey Switzerland. By the way, we do have our new community subscriptions. So starting at $1.99 and up, $1.99, you get cute little stickers that I still have to do. I don't know what to do about them. We'll have to
Hey,
take a
Switzerland.
poll.
Hey, Jameson.
Maybe we'll take a poll about what stickers we should create. That. Maybe we'll create a poll.
Switzerland, is that like in Twilight? Is that
And like Twilight, like I'm
Twilight?
I'm Switzerland.
I'm Switzerland. Yeah.
Bitch, it's a whole country. Did you understand that? Did you understand it's a whole country and it's a whole thing? Like oh. The thing that this woman says, the things that these people say, just drove me crazy.
It's always
hey, Mims.
I'm Switzerland.
So tonight, as you guys
say, you're like France. That means you bail. That's all
right.
I know.
Right. Switzerland means that you're neutral. Neutral. That's what it's supposed to mean. A neutral party.
All
neutral.
Roads lead to
Kristy.
Blanchard.
Krusty Blanchard.
Rusty.
The people, so hey, Tragedy Ann. Hey, yay. So
7-Eleven.
And guys, this will be up afterwards so you guys can watch the replay if you miss any of it. Thank you all for tuning in. Please share it out there. Let everybody know that we're live. A lot of people don't get our reminders for some reason. I don't know. But I have often said this many times, and people have always kind of criticized me for it in the past. Why do you have such a thing for Kristy Blanchard and all of this? She's not the murderer, so why? And
Mims.
Hey, Mims, yeah. And so the thing is that because you can trace back every freaking lie or crazy story or everything that you hear in all of this, all the shenanigans, the content creator drama, it all leads back to one road, and it always ends up back at Kristy Blanchard. And I've known this for many years. And when I came out last year and said some of those things, people were like, why do you always go for Kristy? Why Kristy? Because it is the truth. It always leads back to her in some capacity. Always. It is like, how you play the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon? It's like 7 degrees of Kristy Blanchard, except that you don't need 7 degrees. It's usually you can find it within 2 or 3. Like, that's the thing. And she interacts with all these people. She encourages these things to happen and then stands back and pretends like she's done absolutely nothing. And nobody, and why are you coming at me? I'm just the stepmother. I wasn't there. I don't know anything.
I'm just curious how Gypsy's life may have turned out if Kristy was this involved before that happened to Dee Dee.
Well, and here's the thing. Kristy would like you to believe that they weren't involved. That's their newest story, right? That Dee Dee kept them from being involved. That was the story they took on in 2018, 2019, after Mommy Dead and Dearest came out, after all that, right? After Nick's trial. Mm-hmm. That was kind of the story that they took on, that they really weren't there that much. But if you go, like what Becca was showing tonight in the news articles, you can clearly see that Kristy says, oh, wait a minute. No, we were there. We were involved. She was also involved with her brothers and her sisters. And we know this through family pictures that they've leaked, they've put out. But yet, is it or isn't? Were you there? Were you not there? Did you go and file for custody? Did you not? Like, that's the whole thing it's just a bunch of like miscellaneous things that they say randomly. and they don't really think about what they said the last time they said it.
No, then they just backpedal without any thought. Like, no biggie.
Oh, hold on. Let me tell my YY night night.
Okay, go ahead. He's adorable. Oh. Hello? Where'd she go? Fancy pants. She could have said she had to go somewhere and she was on mute and I didn't hear her. Welcome people that are coming in right now. You too, 7. I had a pretty decent Thanksgiving. My mom's doing better, so yeah, everything was actually really good on Thanksgiving just due to that, you know? Yeah, it's been great. Little by little, she's been doing more and more. It's been really awesome to see. I was really scared at that time. I really was. But, now it's Christmas, and I have been just crispy Christmas moving like crazy.
Alrighty, I'm back, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It just started, William, so we haven't even got into anything. I've just been kind of talking a little bit, and my grandson came to say goodnight. So, yeah, we've just been kind of jibby jabbering and explaining, where we're gonna go with this. So, I've been telling everybody this for a long time, that Kristy is way more involved in everything than anyone ever thinks. And there's been some players that have entered the board recently again that some people don't know all the facts about. And Kristy knows the facts about this person, and Gypsy knows about this person, but there's just so many times where every single thing that you ever think happens and you're like, that's so weird. It always somewhere aligns with Kristy. It always is somebody that's doing it for her, or doing it because she suggested it, or she did it herself and pretended somebody else did it. Hey, Amy. So there's always a reason. When I tell you it leads back to Kristy Blanchard, it's not because I have a thing for Kristy. I don't. I could care less about Kristy. In fact, I wish Kristy would just go away altogether entirely and stop messing with the truth of this case. But she can't. She is the actual she is ground zero for this case being the way it is, being complicated and crazy and looked at like, who are these people that are running around the internet, even on both sides, that like her or don't like Gypsy? Who are they and why are they always so riled up? It's Kristy. It's Kristy. It's Kristy. It's always freaking Kristy. And so I want to take a minute because Becca covered a specific person today. And while she had a lot of the information correct, she didn't have the beginnings of this. She said she didn't know a whole lot about this person. And I'm talking about Joe. What?
I set a bag on the stairs. Can she please take that out to the trash can?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When she goes
okay.
To the trash out.
Can you unblock Miss Behaven, please? She's trying to participate in the live. Just give me a second. I don't know how to search it. Does anybody remember how you search the your list of blocked people on your YouTube? Does anybody remember how to do that? Because I can't remember how to do it. And it's like hundreds of people for me to search through to unblock somebody. And I don't mind unblocking people. I can't do it easily. So if anybody knows how you actually do that, that'd be great. To tell me how to search, because I can't do so. Hold on, I'm trying to also turn on my monetization here. On see.
Yo Mama Ryan jokes. That's a good name. Because everything Ryan says is yo mama, yo mama, yo mama.
Okay, so if anybody knows how to do that, that'd be really great if somebody would tell me, but I can look and see if I can find her. Just give me a
It's like
minute.
control something.
Yeah, it's control something, but I don't remember what it is. And I don't know how to do it. Let me
Okay.
see if I can find her.
7 said go to your settings and look for blocked. But there's a way to, right?
Yeah, I know all that, but once I get into the block situation, I need to be able to unblock the person and I need to be able to find them easily, and I can't. That's the problem. Let me see if I can find it easily, but I'm not going to spend the whole freaking time. We're already behind.
You have to go through all your subs in the back end.
Yes, but how? Okay, there's a way to search that though.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. Show 393 more. Yay.
Well, we've been meaning to do it. We just, yeah. Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm sorry. I'm not finding it here.
Well, if you're able to go to our channel.
No, you have to do it this way.
You have to do it like that?
Yeah, you have to do it like this, and you have to unblock them, and then you have to save it. But I'm not seeing it. Just give me a few more minutes if I get through the bottom here. But I'm not going to waste a bunch of time on this. If you want me to unblock you, I can do so later, actually.
She said she'll just listen, but I know we really do want to unblock her though.
I do. So let me just try to get to the bottom here. If I knew how to search it, I would do so. All right, guys, I didn't find it. I can't find it in that one.
We'll make it a point. I'm going to write it down right now so we can do that. Because you can do it when you're not live, right?
Okay. Anyway, I can figure it out at some point in time. I can go through and look at it elsewhere. Anyway, okay. So the person that came onto the board recently again is Joe Velasquez. If you don't know who Joe is, then you haven't been around a long time, because most of us that know this case and were around in the Facebook groups between 2017 and 2021 know who Joe is. We've all interacted with Joe. He was very adamantly one of Gypsy's supporters originally. He is autistic, severely autistic. And he has outbursts. He is very obsessive compulsive. When he's interested in you, he's obsessive about it. He will go and fight other people for it. And I don't know if you guys remember last year, but last year when Gypsy put out that post talking about how I was tyrannical and I had harassed their family for years and that I needed to be taken off of all social media platforms, and everybody was really concerned, and they felt it was more than just a social media threat. They took it as a real threat. A lot of my people around me thought it was a real threat. I felt it was a real threat. And I told you guys there was one person that I could think of that if he was still around, he would be the person that would do something like that without her even having to ask. Okay. He would get it up in his mind that that's what he's supposed to do, and he would do so. Okay. So that guy is Joe. Okay. And Joe came up several times last year, and I don't think anybody was paying attention to what I was talking about back then, because y'all just thought I was crazy. You thought I was angry with Kristy. You thought that I was, the jilted freaking producer.
Not our supporters, but a lot of other people did.
Yeah. So a lot of people didn't listen to what was going on. If you recall, there was an incident where Kristy Blanchard hired a fake PR
Oh yeah,
to get her off the internet. Do you guys remember this?
I remember this. I was in that live.
Okay. So her name is Jasmine. And Jasmine is one of Natasha's former mods. And I've had many go rounds with Jasmine, good and bad. But Jasmine is not okay. There are things about Jasmine and what she thinks and feels and says that are just not okay. Like, it just, she's not right. She's not all there in the head. Okay. Just, I love Jasmine. I really have cared about her for a long time, but she gets off on these things and it is all cray cray all the time. Okay. And so last year when I first came back out and I did the Starlight Live where I talked about Natasha Cooper for the first time in probably 5 years, I told her I would give her an exclusive. You know, I gave Starlight that exclusive interview about Natasha. And funny enough is right after that, that's when Natasha shows up over on my TikTok and starts being on TikTok. Just, you know, but she didn't come to TikTok to harass me or anything, even though we all know she did. So Jasmine, at one point in time, she left Natasha supposedly when a bunch of mods all left Natasha for various reasons. They realized that she wasn't a good person. She was saying horrible things about racist things and just nasty ass things all the time. She was racist to her own niece. It was bad. And they all left her at one point in time. So Jasmine came to me at that point in time and wanted to help me get the information about who was working with Dawn Boker. And you all know who Dawn Boker is, the former ex-girlfriend of Nicholas Godejohn, and how they were trying to frame Dawn and say that she was the one who removed all of the things that was removed from my drive that I couldn't find when Kristy and I broke apart. And so they were trying to blame her. So Jasmine helped me out at that point in time. So in this live, I was talking about Natasha's brain surgery, okay, that she never had. We debunked it. She talked about her pituitary gland, like actually exploding. And my nurses went and wrote me a paper, like an actual paper, like as if they were going to do a report to turn it into somebody about how all of that couldn't be possible and this couldn't happen. And I am the one who broke that and exposed Natasha for this brain surgery lie. Well, while I'm telling this story, apparently Jasmine was in the actual live in the chat and she started challenging me and telling me that I wasn't remembering how it went down. And I'm like, well, I don't even know who the hell you are. How would you know how it went down? And then I found out it was Jasmine. And then after that, Jasmine messages me. And this starts the whole thing of everybody bullying and harassing me last year, Bree coming on scene. All of this we can thank Jasmine for, who has an obsession with Kristy Blanchard and has wanted to impress Kristy Blanchard for years. Okay? So she messages me. And 2 days before my online stalker, is she still around? I don't know, because I blocked her last year because she told me that her washing machine was talking to her. Okay? That's the kind of crazy we're dealing with.
That's
her
good
washing
reason.
machine is talking to her. People are talking to her through her washing machine.
Yeah.
Okay? But this is who Kristy thinks is a great idea to hire as a PR for her. Real fucking
fake
PR. Just so you know, fake PR.
Knowing it was fake PR.
So in this instance, Jasmine threatens me and tells me she's going to destroy my life, that I've done all these things to her. I'm like, dude, I thought you fell off the face of the earth 6 years ago. This has nothing to do with me. Well, here's the funny thing. Jasmine originally was talking about how she wanted to get Kristy offline and stop all the content creator bullshit and everything. And that's why she became the fake PR. But then halfway through this story, Joe's name comes up. And then she explains to me that the real reason that she came out of hiding, and those are her words, hiding, okay, because according to her, she's hunted by the people that unalive Micah Miller. And I mean, it's a whole thing, guys. Okay, whole thing. So Jasmine, oh, hey, Suze, tells me that Joe is being harassed by Gypsy supporters who are threatening him,
Hey, Suze.
and that she needs to intervene because he is going to either commit unaliving of himself, or he's going to do this or that, and they're just harassing him and they're making him horrible and all of these things. And the funny thing about Joe is Joe just pops up randomly in conversations at an odd time, because this isn't my only interaction last year with Joe. So I'm hearing all of this from Jasmine, and I will eventually put all of my communication with Jasmine out there, because it's a very important period of time, because this is all going on during the whole Ryan Lee and Kristy friendship. And there's Jasmine, the fake PR named JB Morgan, and Joe is somehow involved in all of this, and she's got to get Joe help. And she got Joe in contact with this lady, and now he's doing well and everything is fine. Well, you'd think that would be the last of Joe, right? No.
Nope.
So then last year, in the middle of the year, remember Amelia Bird, the girl that Gypsy was advocating for, Zora's ex-girlfriend, and then she wasn't advocating for her anymore, and they weren't friends, but now they're friends again. Okay. So Gypsy being stalked by this guy, okay? And yes, Joe stalked her. He did. He stalked her, he stalked Kristy, but Kristy wants to sit here and pretend on national television that Joe just somehow got her private information, her phone number and her address. Do you want to know how Joe got her private phone number and her address? Because Kristy gave it to him. That's how. He doesn't just magically have this. He's not some freaking tech guru who did it and figured it. No, you gave him the information, Kristy. You idiot. After everyone told you, hey, this guy's a little worrisome, we're getting concerned. And everybody kind of saw Joe as like he's a threat, but no one ever expected him to act on anything. We kind of just felt like he was just trying to get attention any which way he could. So he gets hooked up with Amelia Bird. Do you know who hooked him up with Amelia Bird? His bestie, Gypsy. What a great friend she is. Not only did she get rid of her stalker, but she pawned it off onto another person that she supposedly cares about. Because that makes sense. So he's running her fan groups, Amelia Bird's fan groups, over these last few years. Okay. He comes to a member of our team last year, tells us that he has proof that Gypsy has broken her probation or whatever, and that he is out to now ruin Gypsy because she is a liar and she screwed him over with this Amelia Bird thing and blah, 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 blah. So our associate is like, what the fuck? Who is this? And I'm like, oh God, not Joe again. Please. No, this guy is not okay. So again, I think that's the last we're going to hear of Joe. He obviously doesn't care about her anymore. He doesn't want to be around her. He wants to destroy her. And I'm not playing his game, so I'm not picking up on this. But no, now Joe is back. And he's back on Gypsy's side now. And he's threatening people. And he's saying that he's going to call the police on this one and that one. And oh, by the way, did you guys know he sent Gypsy a present for her Christmas and for Aurora? Mm-hmm. So the stalker, who Kristy goes on national TV and tells Ashley Banfield, this guy is stalking her. We're actually kind of scared. We're going to have to call the police.
We may have to hire somebody, right?
We may have to hire her a bodyguard. Yeah. We may have to do all of these things. But yet, on her Instagram, Gypsy's over there thanking Joe and telling him he's a great guy and thanks so much for the gift. Mm-hmm. Yep. They are fucking with a not person's head.
The whole thing is she knows it. She knows it. And she knows that if she keeps him hanging on, he's another one that's going to fight for her.
And continue to send her gifts because she's the elevated goddess, whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, that was
innate goddess or whatever. Yeah. Like, if this isn't enough for you guys to realize the games that these people play with people's lives, I don't know what to tell you. Because we all were concerned about Joe in the beginning. And was Kristy concerned? No. Was Gypsy concerned? No. Then they became concerned later, and have to tell people that he stalks her and he does this and he does that. But yet it's okay for her stalker to have her current address to send Aurora and her Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
So how did he get her
Well,
current
P.O. box.
address?
P.O. box, remember?
Oh, the P.O. box. Oh, yeah. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Still, she's No, I don't think he is a stalker. He is an autistic man who gets fixated on things.
Right.
But could he be weaponized just like Nicholas was weaponized?
Yep.
Yes. He is that kind of guy. And if he thought that someone was really trying to hurt Gypsy Rose, he would feel that it was his duty to protect her from that person. Trust me, I was one of them who got those threats from Joe. I was one of them that was on the end of conversations like that. And it came out of nowhere. Like one day he was fine with me. And the very next day he's telling me he knows all about what I did to Gypsy. And Gypsy told him da 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 da. And I'm not a good person. And I shouldn't be here. And he should take me out. Like these are the things, guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's somebody, he's not just like, he should be somebody avoid at all costs. Avoid this person. Do not interact with him. Do not conversate. Right. Nothing. Do not comment back. Just block him and just don't even give him nothing, dude. Because he's one of them. Yeah. And so that's really hard to shake that when you get somebody hanging on to you like that. It's very hard to shake. Evil.
So yeah, I mean, this is upsetting in many ways because clearly she has kept in contact with this man. Clearly she has manipulated him in many ways. You know, he is the type of person that if she said it, it has to be true. Like that's the kind of person he is. And it's just, so if you watch Becca's live, Becca's showing the conversation that Gypsy has with this man named Jeff Gagnon. Okay. And Jeff was one of another one of the prison men, you know, the men that she had in prison that were writing her. And she was supposed to be engaged to Jeff at one point and all of this stuff. But if you guys don't know, what really went on with Jeff was Jeff and Kristy had a thing going for a while. And I think Kristy was actually very enamored with Jeff, and then Jeff became Gypsy's friend, boyfriend, whatever the fuck. And she's asking Jeff about Joe. Now, Jeff knows exactly who Joe is. Do you want to know why I know Jeff knows who Joe is? Because Jeff is in the Facebook group. So that's how he knows who Joe is. So he's acting like he doesn't know who Joe is in the message from what I could tell. But his advice to her, she's like, what do? I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want to be rude. It's a stalker. What do you think you do with stalkers? Hello, you block them and you say, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You have no contact, right? You go no contact. You don't give them your phone number. You certainly don't tell him you're getting out of prison. You don't give him a P.O. box for him to send gifts to you and thank him for them. You tell him, I don't want any gifts from you. I don't want anything from you. Do not ever contact me again.
You're not understanding. You're not picking up what I'm throwing down. You and me, no, nothing. Nada. Okay, I'm going to go live my life. You go live yours. This is it, you know?
It's so damn frustrating. And the fact of the matter, again,
you don't mess with somebody like that. That's for sure.
And that's the thing. Like, exactly. She has no trouble being rude to other people. Exactly.
Yeah, right? Like, what? I don't want to be rude to him. Really? Really?
Someone said she told Ken he was an old neighbor. No, that is not true.
Right.
So, I mean, this to me, again, is showing massive concern, massive lies. You know, Kristy Blanchard is so scared of this guy. She's talking about it on national television and, oh my God, we might need to get the police involved. But yet here he is Not 1 year later, after vowing to ruin her, now he's sending presents again. Oh, Jameson, they are. For a fact.
They're just a swinging.
Yeah. So
down in Louisiana.
Joe is a massive problem. He's not just some guy that, like, we should just be like, oh, okay, that's Joe. No. Joe is scary. Joe needs help. Like real help, and his wife left him over all of this. Like, he had a wife, he was involved in theater, and he's very obsessed with like theater and
Like
Broadway
everything you
shows,
were
and
telling me
he
about him
sings.
earlier, I'm like, he really sounds like he's actually a very interesting person.
He
Like, for
is.
real.
He's actually a really interesting person, and he's got a beautiful voice, you know, but this guy is not okay. And the fact that they're willing to just entertain him is insane to me. And then you've got the Jasmine factor here. Like, Jasmine involved herself in this for no freaking reason. That's not like they were good friends or anything. And she just comes out and she's like, I'm speaking for Joe, and like, and then trying to pretend she's some freaking, you know, PR rep for Kristy to get her off the internet, which is hilarious because the whole time she's telling everybody that Gypsy's or that Kristy's off the internet. Kristy wasn't off the internet. She's like, I'm tracking her phone. I'm like, you ain't tracking the right one then, because she's over here right now posting that. So hey, you're missing it. I don't know what you think you're doing with her phone, but and this woman is a woman who sent. Oh, thank you, Alicia. Thank you, sweetheart.
Hey, girl. Good
Thank
to
you.
see you.
This is a woman who like sent her a copy,
Jasmine, who's
Kristy and Gypsy,
real quick.
a copy of the necklace that she wears so that they can all be connected to the necklace, just like people talk to her through the washing machine. But this is the people that Kristy decides to surround herself with and use.
Right.
Use. That's what they do. They use people. They use anyone they can use. So anytime I tell you, oh, wow, that's Kristy Blanchard, or that was Kristy Blanchard, you can take that to the bank. It's always Kristy Blanchard. If there is fuckery going on 9 times out of 10, it's Kristy who initiated it. Gypsy stirs her own pots, but not like Kristy does. Not like Kristy. Kristy gets off on it. It's like something, I don't know. It makes her feel important. I don't freaking know. It's just bizarre. I've never. So who is Jasmine, please? You'll have to go back to the beginning. Like I said, Jasmine.
In chat. Can somebody in chat fill Paula in real quick?
Yeah, fill Paula in. She's Natasha's old mod. She was a pretend PR for Kristy last year. And I want you guys to understand, you guys think that they don't go at me all the time. Like this isn't happening. First of all, Bree is only here because Jasmine knew her, and Jasmine knocked on Bree's door and told her to go after me and gave her anything she could because I ruined Jasmine's life somehow she had to hire a lawyer. And I'm like, girl, none of that happened. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but we didn't have that long of a thing for any of that to have happened. You just went away one day and I just went, okay, because she's gone. That's that. You just pop up randomly again. And now you're the PR person for Kristy Blanchard, a crisis PR with a fake name.
But Joe and her were affiliated at one point. Is the point of all of that.
But and then on top of that, so if you don't think that when I tell you that they go at me all the time, so this Jamie Morgan, aka Jasmine, the fake PR, back when all this was going on. So they got Ryan Lee involved. They got Ryan Lee away from me, told her she was going to be Kristy's new bestie, get to write a book, do all the fucking things. She's going to get to do a documentary, all this shit, which I don't have any idea why Ryan believed any of that. I don't know, but she did. And so Jasmine wants to get under my skin. So it wasn't enough that she brought Brie to attack me. Now they're going to release this press release talking about how all communication must go through Jamie Morgan, the fake PR, and blah, 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 and all content creators must contact them. And and do you know who Kristy and Jasmine decide is the perfect person to give this notice to? Brandy Jolly. Brandy, because they thought that it would get under my skin that she was given special access to release this. Meanwhile, Brandy doesn't believe it's true at the time either. She's over here. She doesn't even know that it's Jasmine. If she knew it was Jasmine, she would have been able to tell us more about it at that time too, because she didn't know it was Jasmine. And then she finds out it's Jasmine. And that's when she finally flipped and turned and came to me and told me about it all. But literally, there are conversations between these people last year and about this and doing this and fake PR and all this stuff, all to revolve around getting me in trouble and making sure that I end up in court with them and all of these things. And they're using the people that they have hand selected from my organization to do it because they know it's going to bother me, which it didn't bother me. I laughed at it. I thought it was hilarious because I'm like, that is not a PR firm that is writing that. That is some wackadoo. And then when I found out it was Jasmine, it all made sense to me. Like, she finally confessed to it.
We can't look it up. That's the whole thing. It's like, what do you think the first thing people are doing? The first thing people are doing is looking up who is this JP Morgan or whatever the hell it was.
JP Morgan or Jamie Morgan or whatever the fuck her dumb name was.
I can't remember.
We couldn't find any listing for her company. And she keeps trying to tell me, I'm doing this legally. Like, yeah, I'm pretending to be Jamie Morgan, but I really am her crisis PR. And da-da-da-da-da-da. And I might even be able to smooth things over between you and Kristy. She's willing to talk to you again.
Oh my God. No thanks.
I'm not kidding you. Dude, and then she's messaging me going, I don't know why Mike Stanfield just filed a lawsuit against you in Missouri. What the hell? Like,
Good
it's
night,
just,
Alicia.
I'm telling you, these people are all connected. If you can't figure that out anymore, every single one of these jackasses who comes out here and has this story or that story, or I know them from this, or eventually they're all going to come back full circle, just like Ivory Rose and Nadatha and all the little ones that are out here, Skip, that all talk crap on her and then somehow all end up being her best buddies because they were best buddies to begin with.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
Allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment and educational purposes.
I'm saying you need to really consider and look at who you're supporting,
Right. Who would want to be Kristy's friend, right? I can't think of anybody. Suzette, does she have friends, like actual friends that know her on the bayou? Has anyone ever told you that they're friends with her? Because I don't think she has friends. I don't believe that Kristy has any friends that are real friends. They all seem to have formed after this whole breaking of her stepdaughter brutally murdering her mother. There doesn't seem to be any people that are like, yep, I was Kristy's friend back then. And nope. There are no friends other than the internet friends, from what I can say. Oh, she has tons of internet friends, guys. Don't. Yeah, Kristy's besties are all internet friends who all lie about what they do or don't do. Vicky, I'm a FBI profiler. No, I'm a nurse. No, I'm neither. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
FBI profiler, and I spend all my time on TikTok.
I spent all my time on TikTok and kissing Kristy Blanchard's butt. I couldn't profile them properly because I'm a profiler. No, Avel, they don't. This is a great question. Do they understand the meaning of friends? It seems to be a gaggle of users using. That is a perfect statement. No, none of these people know the meaning of friend. Okay? And case in point, we just went through this a few months ago with Honey and Sweet as Honey and all of that. And the whole thing was that I didn't represent her as her friend properly. And I needed to, and I said, but I'm not your friend. I know you. I like you. I converse with you on the internet, but you're not my bestie. We're not going to TJ Maxx and picking up the big haul. I'm not
Right.
couponing with you. I'm not going to the movies with you. We ain't watching TV together. I don't. There's things that happen for a friend to be a real friend
Mm-hmm.
outside of being an internet personality who knows you.
Personality. Right. Right.
It took a long time for me to consider Mac my friend. Okay? Like that, I had to build that rapport with the people that I call friends. I didn't just randomly pick her up off the street and be like, oh, she's my new best friend. I know nothing about her.
Yeah, we've talked and agreed on a couple of things. We're friends now.
It's these words
That's not
that
how
people
that works.
don't.
That's not how that works.
Friends are people that she can control. That's it right there. From a person who would know.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
That's it. That's
How
the
cute
thing.
she is
From
in
a
her
person who would
picture. I
know.
love her pic.
So that's the
that's
Joe
exactly
situation. I know that I wanted to talk about some more about Kristy. Can you remember what Kristy hated Suzette just because she was a friend
She
of
was
Dee
friends
Dee's.
with Dee Dee. It was ridiculous. That's such
Like
a
her brother,
ridiculous.
Suzette's brother serves in their wedding, Rod and Kristy's wedding. Hey, Suze, I need to ask you, did Rod and Kristy actually get married in the church? And did Rod and Dee Dee get married in the church? I need to know. And you would probably know. Because I'm waiting for some other information, but we've been trying to run this down because I truly believe I understand what happened, and it's not what Kristy made it into.
No,
so if you
not
can
at
tell
all.
me what they did, if either one of them got married in the church, I would greatly appreciate that.
Yeah.
As I'm running down some
on
information.
that. We were working on that, like 3 days ago? I totally
Yeah, we've been working on it for a few days. So let's see, what else did I want to talk about? There was something else Becca talked about that I wanted to talk about with Kristy. You don't know.
The baby?
Okay. This baby.
I can't know. I really can't anymore. I can't. You see pictures of this baby, and it's got the rungs, the bars of the cart are going down through its leg. Okay, like I just don't understand.
You see a picture that looks exactly like it. That looks like it has a blanket in the cart, but there's no baby in the cart. But now there's a baby. The background changes 3 different times, except the one thing stays the same. And this is supposed to be some random person who posted this baby. Like, it's really funny to me that after all this time where we've all been saying, isn't it odd that no random person got a picture of Gypsy out with Aurora ever? Like, just no one. And what happens 3 days later? Oh, what do we have? We have some random person who opens their Facebook account today. Okay, not 3 weeks ago, not a day ago, today, with no picture, no friends, no nothing. And she just posts this picture of baby Aurora out with Gypsy in the wild.
Yeah. And like, if it was a stranger, why would we be seeing it? Right?
Well, I mean, if it's a stranger and a stranger posted it, for sure. But I don't believe a stranger posted it.
Not necessarily. You know what I mean? Not unless they're in the Gyppers.
Well, if they did, obviously they did. They posted it in several different places, I think.
I'm just saying I don't think it's random at all, because she tells that Ashley made a good point. Ashley Baby made the point about, her saying, well, that was 2 months ago. Well, how the hell are you going to know it was 2 months ago if you didn't even know it was being taken?
Right. Like, do you write down what you were wearing every single time you go to the store and exactly what your kid was wearing?
Right.
And if that is your kid is dirty. She is not clothed properly. I don't care that in October in New Orleans, it's still hot. Your baby needs socks and shoes no matter what. She is a baby who can walk. Do you understand now that for the safety of her feet and making sure that her feet are done properly, instead of like what you accuse your mama of doing to you, Gyps, you need to put shoes on this child. Stride right shoes on this child.
Right. Thanks, Jennifer.
To walk. So she said, "Oh, that picture was taken 2 months ago. If I still lived down, I would go to Thibodeau and find out." Okay, yeah. Anyway, it's okay. But yeah, just this baby, that picture, and here's another thing. This picture does not match any of the other pictures
Mm-mm.
of the baby.
No, we were
Not
going
the
over
hair,
this.
not the
No,
hairstyle, not the size of the baby, none of these things.
nope.
None of these things. And that baby doesn't have hair big enough to be able to put into pigtails, especially not months ago when the baby still doesn't have big hair long enough to put into
Well, good
pigtails.
Lord. I mean, let's see. The pics that I saw 4 or 5 months ago, that baby had no hair on the back of its head. Like it
No
just been
hair.
laying. Like that baby just lay down all
Right.
the time. Okay.
And is it
So
blonde or is
your
it
hair ain't
brunette?
gonna
Can you
grow
please
out.
decide? Does it have curly hair or not curly hair? Can you please can you have any consistency in anything you say or do ever? Like ever?
Yeah, the hair looked matted and
The hair looked matted, the baby looked unkept. Like
yeah.
it just like, ugh, girl. And do you ever put her in any of the cute clothes you buy her? She's
Girl, I'm
always in
telling we
just
were
some
talking
ugly
about
ass
this
dingy onesie.
earlier. Oh my God, when we talked about this earlier, when I had but of course I had two boys before I had my first girl. But when I had my girl, I could not wait to dress her up. I could not wait to put the dresses on her and get the cute little hats and the bows
The bows and the
and the
muffin hats and
tights
the shoes and
and the
the frilly
frilly.
socks and
Oh,
the
I could not. I could not get enough of it. I couldn't.
no, especially
And
with your first
and
one.
I mean, sure, I understand you're hanging out at home or whatever, but I'm telling you right now, if I know I'm going to be vlogging, I'm going to make sure she's looking as adorable as she can. And I'm not saying a baby's not adorable just the way they are, but you know what I mean. She's going to be clean.
Yes.
She's going to be dressed nice. I'm going to be saying, "Oh, she's in an outfit that so and so sent." You know what I mean? Shouting people out. I mean, she's not smart about it at all, dude, at
No.
all.
No. No. It's just oh my
And she
god.
thinks she's not exploiting her because she's not showing her face. And it's like, you're showing her
I
body.
just I don't know. I think Mac and I are still very much on the fence, but we've tipped our toe in the we don't believe there's a baby scenario. There's a lot more things that prove to me that there's not a baby than there is things that prove to me that there is a baby. And the fact that she's trying so hard right now to prove that there is a baby
Yeah,
makes
it's
me
really just,
believe
yeah.
that makes me believe that there's not a baby.
And either way, the whole point of her doing all of this is to hoax people. Because seriously, she's still hoaxing all of us right now. She
All the
really
time.
is. And um, it gets you stopping talking about the truth, and it gets the train that we're trying to go with. It gets that slowed down. That's exactly what she's doing. It gets us talking about other stuff.
What freak would have a doll in a store? I mean,
Sure.
there are women who have their reborn baby dolls for legitimate reasons, okay, and they do things like that, but not in this case. She is not that person. She is not.
Exactly,
And what's
distraction.
she gonna do? Like, is she gonna claim that they all tried to convince her this was a real baby and she just thought it was a real baby and it really wasn't a real baby?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lifetime and Melissa Moore and Kristy and Ken, they all forced me to believe it was a real baby.
It actually freaked me out when we were on Chewy's live a couple days ago, and they were talking about how, because there was a show on Apple TV about it. When she lost her child, she couldn't take it, so they gave her a therapy baby, right?
Yeah.
He was really treating that baby like that was a real baby. I mean, it was scary. So when they were saying that, I was like, oh my God, if that's the truth, whoo, girl. But I don't think so. Yes.
Jericho Apple TV show. I think she is. I do think she is. I think she's trying to set up for them for another network to pick her up, but I don't think anybody's going to bite. Like, I think that she's still delusional enough that she thinks that if she creates this mommy blogging family vlog and YouTube, and she does the Instagram pictures and all the fun things that that mommy influencers get to do, that she said she was never going to try to do.
Yeah.
And I think she thinks that somebody will pick it up. And I'm sorry, honey.
Be a mommy family blogger and not show your kid.
Yeah, how are you going to do that?
I'm just curious.
Again, we're to the back of the head again. We're only showing the backs of the head now, you know, because if you show the front, I mean, it doesn't match. One of these things is not like the other.
All
One
I know
of
is I
these
babysat for a
doesn't
baby
belong.
that she laid a lot on its back all the time. And
Right.
its hair, it hardly had any hair on the back of its head, just like Aurora did.
Right. So
she be laying a lot.
So that's the baby. That's Joe. That's Kristy Blanchard. I want to talk about this cancer and Relay for Life. And Ashley Baby made a really great video on it.
Yeah, her last video, y'all. If you haven't seen it,
I'm gonna play it real quick if I can.
Actually, we should.
Yeah.
She made some very good points on the leukemia. Exactly. Becca brought up a good point in her video that the videos that have her baby, whether you see her face or not,
make more money.
Yep. Just think she's the perfect mom, right? Right? When we all know she's one of those moms that's going to get her ass ready before that baby gets ready, right?
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me see here. I'm going to play it for you guys.
I think it.
Lovely Monday.
Here you go. Let him hear.
Crazy little couple days over there.
This is Ashley's video.
Let's jump right into some Gypsy Rose BS. And listen, this is not to bully or harass. We are just chilling, man, having a conversation, sharing some thoughts and opinions. Okay, that's all it is. Don't take it so serious. Let's get into it. First off, Gypsy put out a statement addressing the fact that her daughter's pictures have been leaked. Let me just say I was wrong. I haven't seen any headlines yet about, Gypsy Rose Blanchard's daughter's pictures leaked. So I was wrong about that, honey. This is her post, and she said it had come to her attention that her daughter's pictures were leaked on social media without her knowledge or permission. While it's unfortunate that some individuals choose to disregard basic boundaries, this will not deter us from protecting our child's privacy. We remain committed to shielding Aurora and sharing her only on our terms and within the limits we feel are safest for her. As her parents, it is our responsibility to safeguard her well-being, and we will continue to do so with intention and diligence. Lastly, she said thank you to those who have continued to respect our family's boundaries and support our decision to prioritize our daughter's privacy. If you don't know, there's a creator over here named Pink Chihuahua. She had posted a video talking about how baby Aurora's hair wasn't done. Her little leg looked like it was squeezed up against the middle in the basket. Dang, I couldn't get it out. Anyway, Gypsy felt the need to go over there and make a comment. Now, in this comment, Gypsy says the photos are 2 months old. Now, somebody random is in the store taking this photo. How do you know it's 2 months old? How do you know when the hell this photo is being taken if you don't know who's taking the photo? Pretty suspect to me, but she says, these photos are 2 months old, and in Louisiana, it's 80 degrees in October. And Gypsy's right. It does get warm in the southern states, even in the later months. But if you're in jeans, you should put your kid in something warm, because that means you're kind of chilly, which means they are kind of chilly. I'm just saying. Gypsy says she has a bath daily. She had pigtails, which her hair is naturally spiky after wearing the pigtails. So she's trying... We ain't even getting into all that. My focus is on the fact that Gypsy knew that the photos were taken at a certain time when they're supposed to be random photos by somebody who's in the store just randomly taking pictures of her as somebody she doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that Pink Chihuahua pointed out was The Facebook post, the page that posted the photos, that Facebook page was made the same day that the photos were leaked, and the only person they were following was Gypsy. But she is saying she doesn't know who put the pictures out there, that they are not going to show her face, yada, yada, yada. My opinion is somebody she knew took those pictures, because how did you know they were from October? How did you know they were from 2 months ago? I don't know. It's just very suspect to me. And, nothing seems to happen to Gypsy without there being some kind of weird plan behind it. Another thing is Gypsy's been on live here a little bit, honey, and she's been saying shit. If you haven't heard, well, she doesn't know why people thought she had leukemia. Let's listen to that clip real quick, honey.
The post that I put with, pictures of me when I was little that I had posted yesterday or whatever. Some people in my comments are trying to say that I had leukemia. They're like, you had leukemia? Great, I never had leukemia. What? Probably knew the truth. My aunts and uncles on my mom's side and everybody, they knew that I didn't have cancer. And so, that's what I was wondering is, where is that even coming from?
Where could this rumor that she had cancer even be coming from, honey? It's like she forgot why she got that Make-A-Wish trip. Could it be because of the leukemia, ma'am? The Make-A-Wish trip happened when they were in Louisiana. So how did your dad, how did he not know about all this stuff going on? I know Gypsy loves to act like, oh, my mama's family, they knew I didn't have it. They knew. If they knew, how did Rod not know? Because not only was stuff like that being printed in the damn paper, there were articles being printed where it talks about Gypsy Rose, how old she is, that they live in Louisiana, that her father deserted her and the family. And right there, it says Gypsy's 8 years old. But it's saying all of this in this article. Parishes aren't big. No fucking way. People weren't seeing this and then telling Rod. It's like, no way. This shit was being printed about her Make-A-Wish trip, and Rod didn't ask questions, especially when it said, that they grant wishes to children who have life-threatening illnesses. Louisiana wasn't the only time her leukemia was brought up. When they got to Missouri and they did the whole Gypsy's trip stuff to save up for her next Disney trip, her mother put in those posts that Gypsy had a history of lymphoblastic leukemia. There's another picture or post of Gypsy Rose in the Mandalorian suit that was specially made for her, and look what it says. History of lymphoblastic leukemia. I'm gonna tell you, I feel like Gypsy Rose is rebranding into some form of this unknowing witness. I didn't know that was going on. That was happening. I don't know. It's crazy because Gypsy actually gave speeches around the country about her condition at various damn conferences. So how she's trying to deny acting like, I don't know who has leukemia. Who, me? Or did you forget you were a public speaker too? Oh, and let's not forget that Rod said Dee Dee told him that Gypsy had leukemia, so he didn't look into that shit. He did nothing. Rod just didn't give 0 F's. I'm just saying he just didn't, but that's just my opinion, honey. And there's the fact that lymphoblastic leukemia is mentioned all throughout her damn medical records and how she's been in remission since 5. The whole leukemia thing has been one of the longest running cons or lies, if that's what it is. It's also really interesting how Gypsy has turned completely against Dee Dee's family at this point. To the point she is saying that Dee Dee's side of the family knew that it was fake, knew that the cancer claim was fake. Notice she doesn't make any kind of comment about Rod or Kristy's side of the family, none of that. Then they do interviews trying to paint Rod as this present father. He wasn't an absent father at all. So the show paints Dee Dee as doing everything by herself. That's not the case. She was a single parent, but Gypsy's dad was very involved in her life, and so was his wife and their 2 children. We get ridiculed a lot from people that are on social media, Kristy said. The show is going to make it 10 times worse. Rod was very involved in Gypsy's life, but he didn't know that the leukemia was fake, didn't know about the leukemia claims, even though you were staying in fucking the Ronald McDonald house for, almost a year because y'all were homeless. And in your documentary, you said that was probably the best place I could be at the time for a kid like me. I think it is Dee Dee's family came to realize that Gypsy is a liar. And when that happened and they started being vocal about it, Gypsy started turning against them. Like in her documentary, when her grandfather says, oh, well, Gypsy was a baby and she had to have this monitor. We had to wake her up because she'd stopped breathing. A few clips later, he's being accused of touching on her. I'd be very interested to know, did Lifetime or Hulu, whoever the frick it was. They run back and tell Gypsy, oh, you know what? He said you would stop breathing in your sleep. And then she started making those claims because I'd almost bet money that's how it went down.
No,
Just
it
like
was
now,
already there.
Dee's family realizes that Gypsy is just a cold-blooded murderer. She was convicted of that, honey. And they've been vocal about their feelings. Since then, she don't want nothing to do with them. Oh, they knew the cancer was fake. But Rod didn't know nothing, honey. He didn't know nothing. He just knew what Dee told him. Rod just the innocent bystander at all times, honey. He's just the great father who paid child support until after Gypsy Rose was 18 years old, baby. Now Gypsy don't know where the cancer claims came from or how her daughter's pictures got leaked. It's a mess out there, honey. But it's just, that's just my opinion for entertainment purposes only. But it is not all alleged. Gypsy Rose is out here making statements about leaked pictures and saying she don't remember when this leukemia shit came about. Who knows what we'll have to talk about next time. But remember, this was not to bully or harass, honey. We're just flabbergasted and sharing thoughts and opinions. Till next time, you know how I feel. She did that shit.
She did that shit.
She did that shit. So there you go. So I believe there are angels among us, sent down from heaven, from somewhere up above. You know that you and me in our darkest hour. That whole thing, you do understand that was a performance for Relay for Life. Do you all know what Relay for Life is? It's supported by the Cancer Society, American Cancer Society. And Gypsy Rose did a lot for Relay for Life. She gave speeches. She stood up on stages and sang poorly, accepted awards, participated in games, and was a part of their spokesperson in Springfield. But let me ask you a question, guys. How? When the people in Springfield would like you to believe that they all thought that Gypsy had the mind of a 7-year-old. How is a 7-year-old standing up on a stage, sitting on a stage in her wheelchair, singing this song, and as they reported in the papers for this, spoke so eloquently, and she's got a 7-year-old brain. People of Springfield, would you like to acknowledge that? Would you like to address the fact that that's what you guys have said? That she simultaneously has a brain of a 7-year-old, but can also eloquently speak and move people to tears.
Who said that specifically? Who said that?
Well, Aaliyah.
Well,
other people. The Cancer Society lady, the freaking, what is her, the Nona lady, she said it. It's also well known, if you go to Google and you type in Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Relay for Life, Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her mother Dee were prominent participants in local Relay for Life events in Springfield, Missouri, where Gypsy often gave speeches and even sang at the events. These events were a key part of their public persona, where Dee presented Gypsy as a chronically ill child suffering from various conditions, including muscular dystrophy and epilepsy, who was confined to a wheelchair. At a Relay for Life event, a video captured Dee telling Gypsy, "You're the reason I was born, to be your mama." Y'all remember that? That was what they were doing. Gypsy was using this as a way to get trips to conferences to speak. And she would get trips to other places for conferences and medical conferences and trips to Disney and all those things. Do you know how they were financing all that shit? By going to conferences. Gypsy was a public speaker. And if you look at her original Facebook, it says that. Back in the day, not now. She was a public speaker listed back then. A public speaker, guys. But she doesn't know how internet works. She doesn't know how the social media works. She can't remember how any of this went, except that she had 5 phones and about 6 different accounts. But she doesn't know how Facebook or any of the internet works, right? She's still learning social media, according to Kristy, Blanchard, and the rest.
And then she has to ask Bree if she had leukemia.
Leukemia or not? What do you mean? Where did this leukemia start, Gypsy? It's in your entire medical file.
It's like, what?
Did you forget to clue in Melissa Moore that maybe she shouldn't go around telling people that you have a bone marrow transplant?
When is a crackhead a freaking doctor? Like, who are you asking? How's it go? Ask a crackhead.
But wait a minute. But Mike was the first one to tell you. Oh,
I just
oh my
can't.
God, I don't have cancer. But how did your mom's family know you didn't have cancer if you didn't know you had cancer, Gypsy? Oh, wait, you did know you had cancer. You're just lying about it. Or were you lying about it then? When are you actually ever not lying?
That's what I'm saying.
Is there
I
ever a
do not
time you're
believe
telling
a
the
single
truth?
word she says, and I think every single thing she does is a hoax. Period. It gets people to stop talking about what was really going on. I think seriously, I think it's all bullshit. All of it. The photo, big
It's all bullshit.
possibility. The baby. I mean, really, she is still conning everybody.
And so she's mad because, or no, maybe she's not mad. She didn't say she was mad that her family knew and didn't do anything about it. But Rod didn't know. Rod knew or didn't
That's
know?
true,
Which one did
Abel.
he know? Did he know it wasn't true or did he not know it wasn't true? Because remember in our last live, I read medical records that showed that they were checking Mia's medical records against your medical records. Wouldn't you think that would be, I don't know, telling? Considering that Mia was having some of the same problems that you were? Oh, the first man she trusted. Yeah.
So they were saying that on the live.
Mhm.
So it wasn't her dad was the first person. It was Mike.
Mike's
weird.
the first man she trusted.
Huh.
So she didn't trust Nicholas and she didn't
I was
trust
gonna say
Dan and she didn't trust
Nick. I mean,
David or
that freaking, as far as he was concerned, was saving your life. You didn't trust him.
no. No.
Interesting.
Interesting. Like, but you don't know where the cancer is coming from. Is that the
And
same thing that you is that the memory loss that you're having with your book? Is that the same memory loss of why you don't understand why people were asking you if you wore diapers because you told everybody that you wore
misremembered
diapers?
memories.
Memory.
what your book should be called.
I have a misremembered memory. I can't remember jack shit.
I make up what
Memory.
I believe is my memory. Sorry, I gotta go back and change my book. I misremembered those memories.
No, they didn't even happen. I didn't tell the writers that. They just made up stories. The
They were just
co-writers made
saying
up the
stuff,
stories.
and yeah,
The co-writers just made
even
up
though
the
I read
stories,
it,
and I read it 50 times, but I didn't read it 50 times, but I recorded it for
specifically
Audible,
left
but I
out the
didn't read it.
microdeletion. Yeah.
Like, can you even, there isn't even a way to follow the thought process. Like, even with habitual liars, I can usually follow their thought process of how they came to the habitual lying that they're doing. Like, I understand where the lie is coming from. But you, sir, girl, I can't figure out a damn freaking story of yours to save our lives because you change it every 5 fucking seconds. And then you want to know why no one believes you. It just,
Yeah.
there you go. That's another good one. Thank you, Yo Mama. That's another good point. So she had to wear diapers, right? And she was having period in her diapers, and that's why Nick couldn't get it up, right? In the movie theater. Is that what we should be? Okay, but wait a minute. If you were having to wear diapers until all this time period, then when you were in the bed and you said you had to urinate on yourself or in a bucket or any of the 95 fucking stories you've told about being chained up or not chained up or held with a dog leash or handcuffs or in the shed or not in the shed or in the bed or not in the bed or you slept with Dee Dee but you didn't sleep with Dee Dee, all of those. How do you explain this?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just have your diapers on? Why wouldn't it be any different than any other day? Was she forcing you not to have diapers on that day because she wanted you to be more humiliating for you? So she'd have to clean up more shit? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I really don't think so. I think your mom was pretty fucking sick and tired of cleaning up shit.
Not trying to give myself more work. Trust me. I'm sure Gypsy was enough.
The live where Ken asks, "What's all this about diapers?" and she cusses and says, "I don't know. I didn't wear effing diapers." But meanwhile,
He
but
does slip
meanwhile,
some shit in on lives, don't he?
he does, and
I'm just curious because then he also slipped that in about the coverings on the windows. Oh yeah, well they did that so nobody could see you walking around.
look, Kenny boy, Kendra over there, our dear Kenny. Look, I have been suspicious of this dude from the beginning. It seems like all he ever wants to do is cause more problems for her. Hence being told don't go
Accidentally
into
on
Natasha's
purpose.
group where they're waiting for you to annihilate you. Oh, wait, not only did you go in, but you took your mom, Raina, and your sister with you in there to cause trouble for Gypsy and Kristy. And you know what his answer was? Oh, but you got to keep the people happy, right, Fancy? Got to give them something to talk about, right, Fancy?
Yeah. Right?
Ken don't love her, and he don't even like her. I don't know why she can't tell.
I don't know. After I've seen the short hair like I predicted underneath that wig, girl, I know what's going on. I know what's going on with Pinocchio and old Kenny boy. Believe you me. She can't swallow right? So we know what's going on. Look at your face getting all red. Look at you getting all red, girl. Yeah. She knows exactly what I'm throwing down. You know what's happening with little Pinocchio.
Mm-hmm. But because her mama used to dress her as a boy, right? That we've not ever seen a picture of her dressed as a boy in any way, shape, or form, in any
not
ever
one pair
picture.
of lederhosen.
Not one.
Not one lederhosen. Not one.
I don't see a spiky haircut. I don't see a freaking no. Even the overalls that she put her in were girly overalls with a girly shirt underneath. So where is this whole fucking my mom made me look like a boy shit? Where? When? How? Was it during the time that she was putting you in beauty pageants, or was it while you were doing?
Who's making her look like the boy now, though?
She is.
That's
maybe she wants to be a boy.
No
I don't
one's
freaking know.
making
Maybe
you
she's
do
trans.
anything. You're doing it because you can wear wigs and be whoever you want to be that day.
Delusional. Delusional. But the relay for life thing, I want you guys to understand, she had a lifelong history with them. Do you understand? That's why she was given the special treatment. That's why they took her out of freaking of Louisiana and sent her to Missouri. That's why she had a lifelong thing with them. But now she wants to pretend that she didn't have cancer and that her family knew that she didn't have cancer.
Right.
But Rod didn't know that she didn't have cancer. Rod thought she had cancer because Dee Dee told him, right? Because he's too stupid to go look. Oh, but Kristy did. So, there's that. The nurse contacts Kristy to ask her, hey, does your daughter have anybody here? Oh, no, she's related to Gypsy Rose. Oh, we all know Rip Gypsy Rose. Let's look up and see if you have any things that Bia should be tested for. Huh? Funny. She's got the same problems as Gypsy Rose. That's really weird.
Yeah, Rod was busy. Rod was always busy.
Yeah, and somebody said that he did fishing and trawling and all that, and yes, he did. But at one point in time, at least according to Kristy, he did work on an oil rig. I know somebody said that he didn't, and Becca wasn't sure, but according to Kristy, he did at some point in time. So I don't know. I always thought it was weird because it just came out of nowhere. So who fucking knows? The guy could freaking work at the arcade for all we know. We wouldn't have any proof. The thing is I just, how do you justify that your mom's entire family knew you didn't have cancer and they continued to leave you in the care of her, and nobody bothered to tell Rod and Kristy, except that Claudia told Rod, according to Rod and Kristy, that she can walk, right? Dee Dee's doing it to her. She can walk. Right, so which one is it? He was too busy shopping for those stupid hats.
Love to know because he goes back and forth, and you see him in the email saying what a good mom he thought she was.
Jill was his high school sweetheart. So Jill was in school with them, and she was a couple years behind Rod. She was 15 when she got pregnant with Nicolette. And everyone down there knew Marty, knew Jill, knew Nicolette, and nobody knew that that was Rod's daughter. Nobody.
Aw,
Nobody.
that's sad.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling because, yeah, I
And
do.
they also didn't know, a lot of the neighbors didn't know they had a daughter named Gypsy Rose. They thought it was just Mia and Dylan and Kristy, and they were just one little happy family.
I don't know how you can feel okay within your heart and within your spirit be that way to a child. I don't care if it's somebody. It's just like we were saying before when Suzette was saying, Christy didn't like her because she was, uh, friends with Dee Dee, which makes no sense, and it made me think, yeah, it's just like treating a kid like crap because you don't get along with their parent or whatever. It's ridiculous. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's. I just.
I mean, just
don't
remember
understand
when I
how-
say all roads lead to Kristy Blanchard, just
They do.
remember that Kristy Blanchard told Rod that the best thing he could do for his daughter Nicolette was let her stepfather adopt her because he was never around her. That should be her birthday gift. Her birthday gift. What a
I
great
get,
birthday gift.
and she seems to be obsessed with him. Like, I don't get it. I don't know why.
She has been obsessed with him. And this is something we were talking the other night about. And you're like, okay, so it seems like Kristy was obsessed with Rod and not the other way around. But
Mhm.
no, I don't think so. I think they were both obsessed with each other. But Kristy is one of those, has had a huge crush on Marty. Oh, wow. Kristy is one of those girls that she don't want him
Sorry.
until she can't have him. And then she wants him real bad.
Mhm.
That's what happened.
Yep. And
then
ever since Dee Dee, I mean, dude, all she's wanted to do is destroy her, and even now she keeps trying to destroy her. And it's like, dude, you can go to church all you want. You can think walking into those, you really think that's what's gonna save you, girl? It's what you do outside of church. You know what I mean? You can't be going into church acting like you're holy rolling freaking Christy, right? When, yeah, you're out here stabbing people. Yeah, literally.
They do.
Yeah.
They very much do. Hence the non-forking tree. Again, just
Mhm.
the non-forking tree.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I mean, I just think
But
that
what my point was is I can't imagine, how Nicolette and them felt. I mean, that's a horrible feeling, and I think you have to be a really big piece of shit person to do that to a kid, especially your husband, somebody that you're supposed to love, their offspring. You should love that offspring, regardless. That's part of somebody you love, man. What is wrong with you?
and
That's a
why
good
is
birthday
Kristy the
present
best
to her.
friend?
Let's write her off.
Why
Yeah,
is
Rod,
Kristy
let's
the
do
best
that.
friend not encouraging Rod to go and see his pregnant 15-year-old girlfriend who just had a baby, but yet, like, but Dee Dee is. But Dee Dee, but Jill goes to Dee Dee for help, right?
Mhm.
It just,
Absolutely. Yeah.
your lies never make sense. And I want you to explain something to you. If it doesn't make sense, it's a lie.
That's right.
If it doesn't make sense, it's a lie. Every single time something with these people doesn't make sense, just know it's a lie.
That's just in life in general. Life in general. If it doesn't make sense, it's probably a freaking lie. Ask Judge Judy. She says it all the time. Love me some Judge Judy, girl. Love me some Judge Judy.
Rod enjoyed not having responsibilities. Rod didn't want children. Rod
Mhm.
didn't want to be that guy until Kristy came along, obviously, and stuck her hook in him, and she just never let go. Said makes zero sense, to be honest. I know, Amy. Most of the things that have been said don't make any sense. That's the problem.
That's where they live, Delulu land.
They live in Delulu land. That's why I called them the cult of the Delulus in my book, because they are not okay. They are
The
not
cult of no
rational
personality.
thinking people. They are completely insane. And the more they talk, the more they incriminate themselves in bullshit. Like, so Gypsy's family knew that
Lord.
Dee Dee did, that she didn't have cancer. Gypsy's family knew that she was poisoning. Oh, by the way, Miss Emma died of a heart attack. Thank you very much, assholes.
Right.
She didn't die from being starved or suffocated
Right.
or rained up or any of the things that Gypsy's tried to tell you out here and Kristy's tried to promote. No. Oh no, she didn't stop the pimp juice from pimping. He still kept on pimping right along with Cookie Lady and the rest.
Girl. Come back on my what is
Ever
it?
heard of a girl in every
I don't know if
port?
they call it lanai back there, but come with me on the lanai so I can strum my guitar and swoon ya. Yeah, that was Rod
That's Rod.
swooning with that old guitar.
Rod the Cad.
Just thinking that he thinks it makes me think no. You know what I'm saying? Like, there, you can see somebody that's like so completely just good, so good looking, and they have an attitude like they know it, and you're lucky I'm even talking to you kind of attitude makes me be like, yeah, no. Oh, I believe it, Suze. Oh, I believe it. Girl, did you see the pic she sent to Case? Okay, enough said. Why you
You mean the
sending
photo that
thirst
she
pics?
sent to me years ago? Like, she just recycles the pictures. It's fucking hilarious.
She's just sending thirst pics. Like, really, why are you sending that to him? Married man with a kid. But yet they want to go after
Well, that's
him.
the other thing I wanted to talk about, Paula, because Aaron Lee Carr. Let's just talk about Aaron Lee Carr. Aaron Lee Carr is responsible for all of this. Mommy Dead and Dearest, for me ensuring that Nicholas didn't have a fair trial. Aaron Lee Carr is that person. Aaron Lee Carr is, the person who chose as a documentarian to ignore all evidence that contradicted any story that she wanted to tell. Aaron is also largely in part responsible for MJ Pack's thought catalog being changed. And I have the changes in real time, where it goes from here is what I'm saying and reporting to now here's what I'm saying. And oh, by the way, all my links are now broken because they don't lead to anything anymore because the internet was scrubbed. And I'm not kidding you.
Mm-hmm.
They really did scrub it.
Right.
They scrubbed a lot. But I have all of MJ Pack's research because she gave it to me. Dumb.
La-ti-da.
But MJ Pack, okay, so Andrew Rossi. Now, Becca was basically saying that Aaron is probably just a little idiot and she just believed everything that Gypsy had to say, and she was the same age as Gypsy when she made Mommy Dead and Dearest, so she's just some Dumbo and doesn't really know, and she just went with whatever. Nope. No, that story is not true, Becca. She did know. She knew all the truth. She had seen the medical records. She knew about the microdeletion. She purposely covered up the microdeletion. She worked with Mike and Kristy from day one. She worked with Dan Patterson. He was in her documentary, which was highly unethical for a DA to be in a documentary about a case that he was still prosecuting at the time. Erin knows exactly what she was doing. Little Miss Erin, I was at Gypsy's baby shower. No, she knows exactly what she did. She knows exactly the story she told. And she did it on purpose. And if you want to sit here and pretend that she wasn't a seasoned documentarian when she made it, it was her first thing, but go right ahead. But then you better look up Andrew Rossi, because Andrew Rossi is not a young man. Andrew Rossi was not his first documentary. Andrew Rossi also helped on what? Oh, The Act. Andrew Rossi also, if you don't know who Andrew Rossi is, do you remember the Jinx? You know, that guy, the Jinx? Him? That's Andrew Rossi's documentary. Okay, so don't come in here and talk to me about an inexperienced documentarian. No, Andrew Rossi also is the one who paid Gypsy. Remember those emails? The person who paid Gypsy for the Hulu special because she didn't get paid. Do you remember who that was? Andrew fucking Rossi.
Yes, ma'am. She was at GRB's baby shower.
Yes. So, no, Erin wasn't just some dumb girl who just took everything that Gypsy said as her word. Even Erin says it. Has Gypsy ever been honest with anyone? We don't know. Yeah, you do, Erin.
Mm-hmm.
You do. You knew that what you were putting out there was a false story. You did it willingly. You did it for the money. You colluded with them to do it. And it's pretty fucking disgusting. You should never, ever be allowed to make a documentary ever, ever again. In fact, you shouldn't be allowed to do anything ever again in the entertainment industry.
Especially when you can't comb your hair for your goddamn interview.
What in the F? Like that? What the?
For real, even. Whatever.
For real? What in the hell? You just got up out of your cot and just rolled your own bones on over to the studio for an early morning interview, and you didn't bother to brush your teeth or comb your hair.
This is just information that she didn't know. That Becca didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just because Becca doesn't know all that stuff. You know,
Right.
She wasn't around when all of this went down.
Right.
But I was. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want Erin to get a pass because you think that she just doesn't know. Just like I explained to you that B. Yorker is very, very well aware that we have believed this was not a Munchausen by proxy case and talked to her about it on a regular basis for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
She's not some dumbo who they convinced either. She had the medical files. She knows. She's stupid. She knows it, and she signed off on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? She got paid. And I think that's why Mike Weber had such a long leash to talk to me last year, because they wanted to know what I knew.
Mm-hmm.
So that they could counteract it, because I've made the Munchausen by proxy experts look like complete and utter idiots at this point. I would never trust them to diagnose anyone.
No.
None of them. I would not trust any one of the experts on Munchausen by proxy to diagnose a fucking flea with Munchausen by proxy.
Mm-mm.
That's how much I don't trust them.
No.
Right. Exactly. Gypsy Rose has a microdeletion. It explains why she's fucked up in the head.
I want to know what I'm.
What is the rest of your all's reasoning?
You know.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry. I said I want to know what I'm putting my name on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna come out and speak on something, I'm gonna want to know. I'm gonna want to read about it. I'm not gonna just take it for word. Especially when that's my specialty. I'm a specialist.
Especially when you talk about the fact that you didn't, and then you did.
Right.
Like, you can't even keep your story straight enough for you to do one freaking interview about your own project. Like, it's so frustrating.
Much less a dead person. Exactly. And you know that. You specialize in this. This is what I can't.
What has been done in this case is unprecedented. No one has ever seen anything like this. I don't even know what to do, because there's no avenues to take. Like, yeah, I can tell Becca this. Yes. It just Lord of mercy. It's so frustrating, because it is so now very clearly been orchestrated by all the people that were involved in orchestrating it. You can tell who they are now. You know who they are. You know it's Mike. You know it's HBO. You know freaking Erin Lee Carr did. Did Erin Lee Carr lie to HBO and tell them this was the story? Or did she and HBO decide that wasn't the narrative they wanted to tell, and so they went with the narrative they wanted to tell? Like, how far up is it go? Who knew about all of this? I'm telling you.
What's going to sell? What's going to sell? Nick's story wasn't going to sell. Right.
When you start digging more and more and more into this, the only thing you get is more questions as to who knew about what. Okay? Because seriously, Many people knew she could walk. Everyone knew her age. Everyone knew what was going on. David Blanchard can sit here and pretend that he thought she was 14, but that doesn't even track with your own fucking stupid story, dude. So in the time that she was there, when you met her when she was 14, in 7 years, she didn't age. She was still 14. Are you fucking kidding me?
I
Like,
would love to see somebody do Nick's story too, to be honest.
yeah.
I would love to see that. I really
Oh,
would.
and I loved how Erin told everyone that she just didn't care about his side of the story.
Of course not. That wasn't making her money.
She didn't think it was interesting. She didn't care. She didn't really want, she wasn't
But that
interested in
wasn't
him.
gonna
She
make
always
her
knew
the
she was much more interested in Gypsy's story than his.
Of
Really?
course.
Because he's the most interesting part of this.
Mm-hmm.
How in the hell did this fucking beast,
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm going to use Stephanie's word, beast,
Mm-hmm.
convince a mentally challenged, disabled, autistic man to cross lines and murder a woman in her sleep? How? That's the story. Why wouldn't that be the most interesting part of the story,
Mhm.
Erin?
Right?
Why isn't the murder the most interesting part of the story? Because you would think that would be the murder would be the most interesting part of it, right? Because that's what started all this, right? Was the murder. But nobody wants to talk about that. You guys don't even touch on it in your fucking documentary hardly at all.
Nope.
Like as if it's a side quest. The murder is a side quest, guys. Did you like if you were in a video game, the murder would be a side quest.
Right.
Tina Lulu, that's what I said. That's why the name of this is All Roads Lead to Kristy Blanchard.
Yep. Because she's behind a lot.
Not just a lot. 99% of everything that happens
like
is
she
because
said,
of Kristy.
a ton.
A ton.
A ton of it.
A ton.
Did Dee Dee use a CPAP? CPAP. Did Dee Dee have a CPAP?
I think she. I think so.
I think she
Yes,
did.
yes, she did. Yes, they both used them. Yes.
But
yes.
it wasn't on.
What do you mean it's not on?
Wasn't on her face when.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And how are you going to have a face mask on with a CPAP when you're laying freaking
down? I mean,
face down into the pillow, into the mattress
for that, but we'd have to look and see if she had one. I don't think they made
Did
them
you
then.
notice that her head isn't even on the pillows? The pillows aren't even down as if they were there for her to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
They're all up against the headboard. She's literally smashing her face into the fucking mattress, and we're supposed to believe that that's how she actually sleeps. With a Barney under her head and no freaking pillows, diagonally across the bed completely. With her head, with her legs hanging off. Oh, and by the way, I guess that somehow blood just massively magically traveled to the other side of the bed in the bottom corner without it having any type of runoff or anything. There's just a big old spot of blood over there.
Have you ever had kidney stones before?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I've had.
Has anybody in chat ever had them? Can you lay on your stomach when you have kidney stones? I mean, like, I just want to know, like, how do you have to lay in bed? Like, what's comfortable? Because I don't even know. I've never had them. I mean, I know kidneys are back, but I just curious.
Okay, so it says you can lie on your stomach with kidney stones, but it's generally not recommended as it puts pressure on your abdomen and kidneys, potentially worsening pain.
Yeah.
Though some people find lying on the painful side helps blood flow, the best approach is to find a position that offers comfort and allows for movement like walking, as positions don't change the stone's location, but can affect pain levels, and consulting your doctor for personalized advice is crucial. So there you go.
That's
so they can, but they probably
not recommended.
Don't. Right.
That's interesting. Also, the little tidbit today about the runaway law. Can you talk about that too, please?
The what?
The runaway laws that they have in Missouri.
I didn't look into that enough yet to talk about it.
Oh, well, all I know is I read about it, and it said that I think it's 15.
Yes.
15 and older. No, they will not return you. It's a law in Missouri. They will not return you, not without like some kind of intervention, like some kind of help of some sort before you get returned to the parents. So she's full of shit with that too. They're not just gonna say, "What? What's the matter? Oh, your mom's abusing you? What? Oh, well, that's just too bad. You're going back." That's not how that happened.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's the same way in California. It's like the age of consent was 16. Like, so if when I ran away at 16, the police couldn't do anything to bring me
Right,
back
exactly.
home.
So when Dan was telling her, "You're old enough, you ain't got to worry about it," he knew what he was talking about. And she's full of shit when she says that they took her back. That she say that she tried to go and they took her back.
Yeah.
She's lying out her
That
ass.
ever happened. There ever
Right.
was that
That's
incident
what I'm
never
saying.
happened. And that's the thing. Like, okay, the Dan incident, if you pay any attention to all the different stories she's told just about the Dan incident, you should know that she's never capable of telling the truth. There's so many stories of the Dan incident. Did she have a book full of her IDs and all of that she took with her? I mean, that's what she said. But wait a minute, did he threaten him and told him, she's only 14. You better let her come back with us. Oh, wait, no, I willingly went. No, the police brought me home. No, but here's the thing. You know how you debunk all of that? In 2009, CPS was called out to your freaking place, and 2 officers and 2 CPS workers came out there. They verified your birth certificate, your identification cards. They spoke to both you and your mother, and they knew exactly how old you were. And they said it did appear that you did have some cognitive functioning disabilities and that you might have been faking certain things. So this whole story about how I couldn't go to the police because they thought I was under 16 and my mother would have convinced them. No, they knew in 2009, just like everyone else knew in 2009, the hospital, the police, CPS, David at Vigicon, and all the rest of them all knew at 2009 that you were 18 years old. Everyone. Right. Rod knew you were 18 years old. You knew you were 18 years old. The hospital knew you were 18 years old. The lawyers knew you were 18 years old. A lawyer even told your mother that you weren't cognitively impaired enough to be for her to take power of attorney over you. So how in the world are you going to sit here and say that these police officers would have forced you to come home when they already knew you weren't fucking under the age of 18? They wouldn't have done a damn thing.
No, that's another point. That's another very good point. But you know what I'm saying? Like, either way, you're lying, and it's just another lie. It's just yet another lie. So again, like, if you ask if I think she, if the baby exists or not, at this point, I don't fucking know. I really don't.
I don't know. And furthermore, I don't care. I really don't care. If there's a baby and it's real, then the people around her should be vastly concerned for the baby.
For real.
And if there's not a baby, then you should be vastly concerned for her. Because why does she believe there is?
Right.
Like, seriously, like, what is wrong with you?
Why participate in all this?
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
What is wrong with all of you?
Even if the baby is real, why do you participate in all this? Like,
why are you sending the baby's pictures out to people?
Chaos.
You can't blame anyone else for that baby's picture being out there than Kristy Blanchard. You can't.
And herself.
I'm not even going to blame the content creator that put it out, because every single one of us could have at any point in time if we wanted to. She sent it to people. We didn't. We chose not to. We all decided as a collective we weren't going to do it. I'm not going to play into your bullshit. Much less I just didn't. First of all, I don't feel comfortable putting a baby's picture out there like that. Second of all, I don't want. Oh, thank you, Paula, for becoming a new member. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula.
Okay, make sure you keep her name, Mac. Write her name down. Like that's the thing. Like, just none of this makes any sense. No matter which way you look at it, it's lies upon lies upon lies upon lies, and they're all well aware of the lies. They all lie. They all lie all the time. And the unreliable narrator. I've been saying that from the moment I saw this, the unreliable narrators and the thing. And what's really funny is that Erin realizes that everyone she talks to is an unreliable narrator. She fucking says it in her own interview. But then she goes on and just believes everything they freaking tell her. Like, this doesn't make any sense. None of the people in this make any sense. Nobody. Not Michelle Dean, not MJ Pack, not Erin Lee Carr, not Melissa Moore. Nobody in this makes any effing sense ever.
The willing participants is just blows my mind, because they're absolutely 100% willing participants.
Willing participants.
100% willing. Yes.
It's just too much. Like, at some point in time, like, where is enough? Like, where
and what was it that Becca covered about Bobby? What did Bobby?
Bobby was one of the main sources for MJ Pack's thought catalog.
There you go.
Bobby,
thank you. I wanted you to touch on that too. Yeah.
Bobby was a kid. He was a kid. Him and his sisters are much younger than Dee Dee.
Yes, she does, Paula.
That is her nephew or her brother, depending on which version of the stories you want to believe. I do believe that Claude is probably his dad. Baby shower for, and it turned out it was a lie. The girl said she was pregnant to keep the boyfriend. Yes, see, there was just that there was the whole, did you see the one that just came out? There's a whole thing, like, she's an influencer and she planned the whole thing and had a baby shower and everything.
Yes.
And she took pictures of the baby and all this, and there was no baby. There was no baby.
No
effing baby. It's just, it's too much. Y'all are doing too much. You make it worse by being out here just doing random weird shit. Like, why don't you all just shut up? Good God, go away. Do your blogging fucking YouTube and leave everyone else alone.
Really, the thing is, she really thinks that she is just.
I don't get it. The absolute Delulu insanity.
Butt. Here's my butt. Look at my butt. Like, what did we have to have that picture for?
Paula, she already has a ton of shit to fucking pay Lifetime for, and I'm not thoroughly convinced it wasn't Lifetime's idea in the first place. They're the ones who said they wanted a baby story.
Yep.
Melissa Moore will lie to the cows come home for her. Remember, she didn't have food until she got to prison. She didn't know what a fridge was or how hot water and cold water worked in a shower. She'd never eaten any food before. Except for all the times that we see her eating food, Melissa. Like,
I don't know. I'm like, seriously, Lifetime could have wanted that as a because she was tanking.
Yeah.
The show was tanking. I don't know. It's not unheard of. Who did the videos on this?
Oh, I don't remember who did the videos on this. There's other reality TV stars that have done this.
No, but I'm saying somebody did a specific video showing how this is done.
Yeah, I can't remember who did it. Probably Ashley.
Rose Red.
Oh, Rose Red. Okay.
She's on YouTube here, y'all. If Rose Red, go check her out. But she shows how it's been done, how other networks or whatever have done this. They've done this. It's
not an unheard of thing. I told you guys this last year.
I mean, I understand when you first hear it, and if you are first hearing it right now, you're like, whoa, come on, really, for real? But when you really start to think about it, and how the bump kept changing, how the size of the baby keeps changing, the color of her hair changes,
the style of the hair changes. The baby is never clothed properly.
Right? There's cart bars going through her freaking thigh. Like, I just don't even. Oh, it is. It's diabolical, girl. It's diabolical.
They both think they're celebrities. Both Kristy and Gypsy think they're celebrities. I mean, it's just weird. Like, who does all of this? For what reasoning? Like, where is it getting you? Nowhere. You just do it just for shits and giggles? I don't I don't understand anymore. Because she's not making money.
Mm-mm,
She's not. She's no longer making money like she was.
mm-mm.
You know,
No, I mean, dude, how many things has she done now?
failed attempts at everything. Like,
Like, you couldn't even make it from
and
low
YouTube
arts.
will never forget that you called autistic people, what was it, whiny little buttercups. We'll
Buttercups?
never forget.
Yeah.
Okay, so this YouTube thing
Yeah,
you think you got going,
is Joe
girlfriend?
aware of that? Do you know
No,
about
I'm sure
that,
Joe wasn't aware of
Joe?
that.
Do you know that's what she said about your disorder? Like seriously? Do you know that?
Fragile little
Yeah,
buttercups, whiny little buttercups, whatever the fuck she said. She called you
that's what she
buttercup.
said.
But
That's what
hey,
she said.
TikTok doesn't forget. You heard she's living in subsidized housing.
And you know
That
what? I
wouldn't
really think in the
surprise
future
me.
someday somebody will pick up Nick's story because I think his story is worth telling.
I agree. I hope somebody
I mean,
does and
even
that they
through
do it
I
right.
mean his
That they don't,
mom,
you
everything. I
know.
think it's worth telling because she's such an asshole to say what she said about his mother when she OD'd. Dude, forget it. She's the biggest. You know what?
Mm.
I just she's the most evil person I think I've ever seen in real life. I really
Oh,
do.
for sure.
She's pretty goddamn evil.
For sure. For sure.
To be like, yeah, well, that's her karma. That's her karma. When she begged Nick not to go, she didn't want him to go.
Listen to this. Listen to this. This is part of Kristy's letter. This is so funny. Um
Who
Katrina was
did?
over.
Who sabotaged it? Somebody sabotaged Nick's habeas?
No, they didn't sabotage Nick's habeas.
What
Nick
happened?
sabotaged Nick's habeas.
Okay, explain.
We already know this. We talked to the person. We know what
Oh, okay.
happened.
Well, then she should know because she's the one that was talking about unbucking somebody. Never mind.
They didn't sabotage it. He sabotaged it by not including the person's thing and asking them to exclude it and telling them that he wanted them in trouble for trying to help him. So no.
Yes, that's right.
No. He sabotaged his own chance of a freaking hearing, which he's done several times. Nick can't help himself. I'm sorry. He does not surround himself with people that give a flying fuck. Like, I
Right.
just,
Somebody did influence him to do that, for
yep.
sure.
Yeah,
For
I'm
sure.
sure. And I think it was MPG, and I think that they're horrible personally. So,
Because that was very well written. It was very well done. It
right.
was, I mean, I was like, wow, I don't know who helped him, but holy hell, that was good. That was damn good. And yeah, that was
So let me read this from Kristy's little thing. I think this is very interesting. Katrina was over. We wanted to go see them, but it never went as planned. We were going to actually meet them at Disney World one time, but Dee called and said Gypsy had to get a procedure done, so the trip got canceled. Over the years, we tried to schedule more trips, but this time they were in but at this time they were in Springfield, still talking to them and still never indicated anything was wrong. Not until Dee Dee's death was learned, we never got to talk to Gypsy without Dee Dee by her side. After we learned that Gypsy could actually walk and had not one illness, this is Kristy's words right here, not one illness that she told us over the years, we couldn't comprehend why. Why would a mother who is supposed to love and protect her child do this to her own flesh and blood? So those are Kristy's words right there, that she doesn't have any. This is where I'm telling you the narrative began. She doesn't have any long lasting effects. She doesn't have any of the conditions that we were told, except that now they've come out and they've told us, oh no, she does have eye problems. Oh no, she does have ear problems. Oh, she does have mild scoliosis. Oh, she does has asthma. Oh, she does have the microdeletion. But not one thing that she had told them was true.
When was that?
This is Kristy's letter from 2019 to me.
2019.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As asking for a friend. heard anything about him saying that about others.
She also said Dee Dee did not allow me to visit with Gypsy until after Rod and I were married. So then why was she bringing Gypsy to the hospital to see you and Laura May when Gypsy got her ears pierced if you guys weren't allowed to be in her life?
Mm-hmm.
That was a new story that came out last year. I'd never heard that story before. That was funny.
Yeah, she said that in a comment. She was clapping back at somebody.
And okay, so here's the thing. If Dee Dee was so obsessed with Rod and she was so obsessed with taking them to court, and which we know is not true. In fact, he was in contempt of court so many times, because he didn't show up for half the times that she would take him to court, and he would get in trouble. And that's why he had back child support. And Gypsy, yes, he had back child support.
He had arrearages. Yes, he did.
He had arrearages many times for several thousands of dollars, $5,200 the first time, $2,800 the second time. Yeah, your daddy didn't pay, okay? And you want to pretend that he did, and he was the greatest daddy in all the world. But let's go back to this obsession of Dee Dee with Rod, right? Because that's what Kristy makes it seem like, that she was just she wanted Rod, she hated Kristy, she just wanted Rod to herself, and da-da-da-da-da. But that doesn't track with a person who keeps moving further and further away. How is she obsessed with Rod while she's moving further and further
That's what
away
I'm saying.
and having less and less contact
right?
with you?
Why would she? Wouldn't don't you think she would stick around and you know what I mean? If she was so obsessed with him, why would she keep moving further and further away from him? You know what I'm saying? What? In fact, we're shaving your head and we're getting on this helicopter and we're going to Missouri. That's what's happening right now. Yeah.
If Rod has had to deal, probably. I mean, Yo Mama Ryan jokes, I wouldn't doubt it, because I think she's very obsessed with her father in a very unhealthy sexual way.
I think it's Gypsy that's obsessed, not Dee Dee.
Yeah.
It's Gypsy. Very unhealthy. Very unhealthy. Whoo, girl, unhealthy. Mm-mm-mm.
Very unhealthy. It's extremely unhealthy.
It's
Oedipus.
When it's emotional incest.
Oedipus complex.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the Oedipus complex.
Yeah, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's too weird for me. Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much.
And like I said before, and I'm just, you guys can take it for what it is. I'm just going to throw it out there, but why did Dee Dee not want Gypsy to be alone with Rod?
Right. Or Kristy.
Right. So. Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. If they knew, okay, why exactly here? This is a good point right here. The court ordered Rod to pay all back medical debt and medical bills accrued going forward. He had every reason to say Dee Dee was faking illnesses. He might have feared he owed a lot more money. Okay, but here's the funny thing about that. So yes, he doesn't challenge it. He doesn't challenge the things. He just doesn't. He says he doesn't think he should have to pay because she's on the Medicaid and she won't let Gypsy go on private insurance. But the private insurance was the problem, was because it was causing problems with Medicaid, because they tried to build a private insurance and the private insurance wouldn't pay for it. So then Medicaid wouldn't want to pay for it. It was a mess. It was a whole thing.
Right.
So that's why.
Right.
And the thing with it is, I really want to think about this, is why wouldn't he have challenged it? Because according to Kristy, Claudia and them had already told him that they knew that she could walk. And so why would he not have gone and told that to the court? Dude, she can walk. She doesn't even need to be in this wheelchair, according to her aunt and uncle or her aunts. She can walk. We've seen her walk. She can stand up right now. Have her stand up right now. Why didn't you do any of that? No, because you didn't think it needed to be done. Mm-hmm. Because everything Dee Dee told you was actually true.
Mm-hmm.
Even down to she has a chromosome disorder from birth, but we don't know which one. And we
Right.
don't know what causes it, and we don't know how
Mhm.
to take care of it.
Mm-hmm. When there's partial, she was partially paralyzed at times. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. I mean, listen to how she was talking when she was pregnant. And I never had this happen, and we've talked to plenty of other women who were pregnant, who have not had this happen. Where her thighs were going numb. I've never had that happen. That was part of her deletion. That was not her pregnancy.
Yeah.
I've not had that happen.
Yeah.
He still does, Suze. Girl, he still thinks he is.
Him and his little fucking cabbie hats that make him look just like a complete and utter tool.
Guitar. His guitar.
Kristy, which hat? Which stupid hat should I wear? This stupid hat or this stupid hat? No, not that one. Put that one on. Wear that one.
Which
That stupid hat
should I wear?
Dude, you can't even figure out what fucking hat to put on your head. Dude. Oh. And Kristy is a homework
$10 so he can buy a new one.
Yes, I should send him his $10 so that he can buy himself a new
I
cabbie
want my
hat.
$10.
I don't even think you paid us the $10, Fancy.
Jesus Lord, dude. Shut your mouth. I can't even believe he said that. Like, holy crap, dude. You just schooled the living hell out of him about the micro deletion, right?
And let's get back to
talk about some $10.
And then let's get back to the prescription pad, because I just want to point out, that clip.
Go.
I've thought about it a lot over the last few days, or over the last few weeks, with this new prescription pad being found. And I just think it's really funny, because when I ask him about the prescription pad, he's like, yeah, I was right there next to her. Then where did she find the prescription pad? If she found the prescription pad under the bed in a pile of cat shit, I think that would be memorable to him, right? He should have been able to just rattle that right the fuck off, right? Well, it was under the bed in the freaking cat shit.
I don't have a habit of doing that. Trust me, I would remember it.
Okay? I would think that if I was standing next to somebody to put their hand in cat shit and found a prescription pad under a bed of a woman who I thought abused my child for 23 fucking years, I think I might remember where I found it.
What the hell did you
could he remember?
Under there for?
Could he remember? Oh, no, he couldn't. He had to take a long pause and look at Kristy and ask Kristy, and she said in the bedroom. And so he goes, oh, in the bedroom somewhere. In the bedroom somewhere. Hence, you didn't mention the cat shit.
Oh, my Christ. I can't. I just can't. I would have, too. If say we were in a room somewhere, or, I don't know, some situation like that. You put your hand underneath the bed, and like, oh my God, I got my hand in cat shit. And you're like, well, why'd you even put your hand under there in the first damn place?
Take him up there. Yeah. Good night. Good night, demon cat.
Oh, kitty.
He's not a kitty. He's a demon.
Twixy.
There's a demon inside of that cat.
He's a teenage boy, so yes, he's a demon.
Right. Things that shock us are memorable. So you're telling me this douche nozzle is standing there next to Kristy Blanchard, who supposedly, but didn't tell this part of the story until 2024. There was no cat shit involved in 2019. But in 2024, let's double down and let's give it some cat shit. That sounds good. Cat shit. I put my hand in cat shit and I pull it up a prescription pad. A prescription pad.
If I put my hand in cat shit or any kind of shit, he would have known. The neighbors would have known. Everybody would have known, because I would have really yelled. No, everybody would have known that happened.
Wouldn't you have taken a picture of the prescription pad before you took it to Mike Stanfield? Wouldn't you have turned it over to the police? Wouldn't you have done a number of other fucking things than what Kristy fucking Blanchard says she did? Oh, and now it's not the prescription pad that Kristy found. It's just a different prescription pad now that's been in a bucket that everybody's looked through, and their mother, since 2017, 2015. And you just want to believe that all of us, just every single person who ever looked through those boxes, including your stepmother and your daddy on fucking television, We're all just completely missing a pristine white prescription pad. Oh, wait, it's the prescription pad Kristy found. Oh, wait, no, you guys called me out on that. So no, it's not. It's not the prescription pad Kristy found. Oh, I should just get rid of it. Oh no, I'm going to turn it into the police. Oh, wait, I took it to a pharmacy like a dumb fuck. Like, what in the ever loving fuck is wrong with these
And I'm
people?
going to use Aurora as a prop, and I'm going to use her to hold my phone, right? Seriously.
I'm just
Totally used her kid.
Nobody can see you. I have a blur on. Nobody can see you.
Totally used her kid to hold that phone up. Not that she was like literally holding it.
Right, and Ryan went through that box per her request for pics for her book and didn't see it. Yeah, no, none of that happened. Interesting. Did you pull it out of your hidey hole yourself, Gypsy, or did you create it on Photoshop? Just asking for a friend. It just, but the fact of the matter is he couldn't remember the story. That, I'm sorry, if I stuck my hand in shit and pulled out a prescription pad, best fucking believe you, I'm telling everybody that fucking story.
Not just that.
And I am freaking taking evidence. Look at this nasty bitch. She had a prescription pad all up in a fucking piece of cat shit. Look how gross this is.
My mind if I stuck my hand in any kind of shit. I would be losing my mind.
Okay.
I would be. I'd be flipping out. Like, seriously.
Yes.
Did they have running water at the time? I'm curious.
Or what kind of litter does she use?
Fuck, we don't know.
Because if she just uses normal, like, clay cat litter, it's not a turd that
No. The turd is supposed to be under the bed inside of a box.
Right, but that's what I'm saying about, like, cat
shit.
poop.
Mhm.
Depending on the litter, it comes out differently. It plumps differently. And clay litter makes these giant fucking balls.
But you're not understanding. It wasn't in the litter. It was
No,
somewhere
but I'm
else
saying
in the
if she
house.
pulled it out of the litter box, she could have gotten big old clumps
Oh,
of cat poop.
yeah, no. It didn't
Not
come out of the
just
litter
little-
box. It came out of a box of photos that she says
Where's the cat poop coming from?
Yeah, we don't know. She says she stuck her hand underneath the bed into the thing, and there's this bucket, and it had pictures in it, and she stuck her hand in cat shit, and she pulled out a prescription pad that Dee Dee had stolen.
That was in the bucket of photos?
Apparently, or on the bucket of photos. You were not quite sure because the story changes every fucking
It keeps changing.
She
Abs.
put
It
her
keeps
hand
changing.
in the
Ah,
cat
shit.
poop and found the prescription
Prescription
pad.
pad.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm trying to explain is there are, like, certain types of
Yes,
litter make giant
But it's
clumps.
not in a litter box. That's what I'm trying
I'm
to tell
not
you.
saying it was in a litter box. Any bit of cat poop was at one point in a litter box.
No,
Mom.
she's trying to say that the cats just shit all over the
Okay.
house.
That's
There was
fucking
cat shit
disgusting.
everywhere,
Yeah.
and that they just
Yeah.
shit all over the house.
What
That's what
house
she's.
is this?
Gypsy's house.
Okay, her actual like house.
Her
with
house
Who,
with her
who
cat.
knew we'd be talking about
her
cat
house,
shit
like,
tonight?
afterwards, because I'm like, how the fuck did the
No.
cat shit get there?
No,
I'm like, she had to have taken it
No.
out of a litter box if it was in it with the prescription pad was fucking in it.
In it, yeah, but no.
So the cats just
It's
poop
in a
everywhere.
yeah. The cats just poop
Yeah,
under
but
the
that doesn't-
bed
That does tell me
everywhere.
that her litter box is filthy.
But it doesn't mean that there is
No,
no.
but
There's,
I'm
no,
not-
you're not understanding. There's no proof that the cats were shitting anywhere other than
Right,
in the box.
But I'm just saying, if there's
shit everywhere.
outside the box,
Box.
Gypsy, what you're admitting to is that you're an animal abuser
User, and
because
you
don't
didn't
take
take care of your
cat's
yeah,
litter
there you
box,
go. Mhm.
and they resort to pooping anywhere they can.
Right.
Under a bed.
Cats will not poop in a dirty litter box.
And mind you, the box is this big, okay?
Cats will
The
not
box
poop
is
in
this
a
size
litter
right here,
box.
okay? Here's a box. This is the box.
Your
It's
box
this
is very
big,
wide.
okay? With a lid on it.
No, that cat
Under
can't get
a
in there
bed.
very well.
Under a bed.
Yeah.
This is about the amount of clearance that there is. How would a cat get in there and
I
poop?
know. Bucket.
No, that's just ridiculous. Sorry to derail the whole conversation.
It is ridiculous,
Like,
girlfriend.
you
I'm
can
telling
tell
you.
It's like fucking ridiculous in that. It's
The
like
cat poop, yes.
it's like why the fuck did you feel
It was
the need to
all
mention
exactly.
cat
No,
poop?
that's the thing. It was
Because
already
one way
in
or another you're
Oh,
either
God.
admitting you're a nasty bitch and you
I
purposely
really have a weak
this
stomach
in
when it comes to
cat
poop,
poop.
man. I
You
just,
purposely
man, I
dug
lose
through
it.
giant clumps of cat poop to hide a prescription pad. Or you're a nasty bitch and you don't take care of your cat's litter box, so they poop wherever they can. It's a two-way street, and either way, you're a nasty bitch.
But in 2019, there was no cat shit mentioned.
Exactly.
That just became part of the story last year.
Exactly.
When she told a new person the story and tried to tell everybody that I was lying about it, then the cat shit became part of the story.
Right.
Lady, there was no cat shit. There was no prescription pad.
Does anybody that support her know what the term pathological liar means?
No, they don't understand that at all. They just believe
Or compulsive
everything she
liar.
says. They just believe everything she says,
Do they know
including
those are?
documentarians who know that she's lying.
Because I'm not even sure Gypsy knows that she's lying, which would make it
No,
pathological.
she doesn't.
It's compulsive and it's pathological. She
Mhm.
doesn't realize she's doing it, and
Mhm.
she just does it because she has an urge to.
Yep.
She's just compelled.
Right. Mm-hmm. She can't help herself. I told
No.
everybody this. And that was how reading her book helped me understand that, because like, no, she seriously believes her own lies, dude.
Yeah.
Like she's fucking not okay.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
yeah. So anyway, also Dee Dee was a clean person. Oh, so I'm sorry guys. That's my daughter Abigail that's
That's
talking.
okay.
That's Abby that was talking, and she, she's like, no, how in the hell did this cat shit come into the story? Well, your guess is as good as mine. It's just,
Mhm.
dude, my kids have grown up with this. I mean, Abigail's going to do the podcast.
Yeah.
Abigail's going to do the podcast with us, and she's going to talk about her experience of learning about this through everything. Like, my kids have written papers on this. Like, it's kind of funny. Like, yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is that cat shit didn't exist in the first story, and a prescription pad did. And there was, if you look, the clearance between the bed and this box is about this much. So you want to tell me that a cat slithered in here, was able to finagle themselves inside of this tiny little space and just poop right there on the prescription pad in the box? So was the prescription pad in the box? Was it on the box? Was it behind the box? I'm really confused as to where it was. Like, what? Can you give us more clarification, Kristy, along with the meds that you found in that cabinet, except the fact that the police officers had already collected them, even though that's the photo you used to tell everybody that you collected them, even though it's a crime scene photo.
She's just.
And you took no photos of the cat shit nor the prescription pad that you found. Exactly. A cat would poop where it can move, not in a confined space. Exactly.
Yep.
Like Santa down a chimney. Oh my. Well, I think that's more than enough for tonight. We'll leave it on the cat shit prescription pad story. How about that?
Shit, dirty old twat. 6'9" asshole tied in a knot.
Like, how do you even, like, I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. Like, there is no realm in which my brain goes, would be a really interesting caveat of this. Yes, I stuck my hand in cat shit and pulled out a prescription pad.
That's a good
Like, who
story.
thinks of this? Like,
Because she wants to make Dee Dee look.
yeah, you can make a joke.
When you said, well, you missed it.
She
When
wants to
you
make
said,
Dee Dee look
I think
dirty.
we'll end it on the prescription pad.
Had cat shit story.
I said, very fitting for this case.
Yes, it is. It's very fitting for this case.
It really is.
It really is.
It really is.
Don't forget, Kristy washed her hands. Did she? Did she tell you? Did she say that in her story? Because I don't remember her saying that she washed her hands. And I still don't know how a pristine.
Yeah, I gotta know that.
All your lives on YouTube as well. I'm taking a huge break from TikTok. It's not a good place at all right now for me. Amy, we do more. We're gonna do more over here. Honestly, we just started our subscription. I don't drink Sprite. Why are you handing me that?
Know.
Yeah, we feel the same way right now with TikTok. It's just a lot of this.
She said it in the live stream. Oh, that she went and washed her hands. Oh, well.
What good does it do? I live in the Bible.
Rod licked him.
Rod licked them.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard you, but
Okay.
Suzette's is better than Rod licked them.
Oh, God.
Suze, I love you.
Probably be clean.
I love you.
Washed her
We need to
hands.
talk, by the way. I got to tell you some things that are going on that you need to know about because, yeah, you definitely need to know about them. But it's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
So, anyway, well, guys, I leave you with a stupid story about cat shit and a prescription pad and one lying ass, crusty Blanchard. So, when you sit out here and you think about Gypsy Rose as a murderer, and all that she does on her
Love you
own.
too, Suze.
I love you guys. I love you too, Sue, so much. I just want you to think about the fact that there is a weird stranger person in all of this, and her behavior is even more concerning than the murderer's behavior,
Exactly.
and that's
Did.
Kristy Krusty Blanchard. Something is not right in Denmark.
Thanks, Paula.
Okay. The way Gypsy up and left Pixie like she was giving a care in a world, I think she did the same to Dee Dee's cats too. She did. She threw him out
Yep,
into the
she did.
hot sun and left him with no food.
Yep.
Yeah, she's terrible. Oh, let's not even get started with let's not even get me started on the fact that she put one into a freaking jacuzzi tub and tried to drown it,
Oh, good Lord.
and then took a picture of it, smiling
Oh,
maniacally next to it.
Yeah, that's crazy. She's got that picture of it, dude.
And then she
it
tells
looks
people
horrifying.
this. Like, who in the fuck? I'm sorry. If I had done that, there would be no photo evidence and I would have never told a soul.
Good Lord.
Like, are you serious? Like, how much fucking depravity does this girl have? Like, just what is wrong with
And
you?
what does it take for people to see her for what she is?
Serial killer vibe. Sorry.
For real, though.
Hello.
Mhm.
Is better than its Hershey Road story found in prison letters. Oh, don't even start me with the
Oh,
Pop-Tart. I
girl,
don't
we
understand.
Looked it up. We looked it up. The Hershey kiss.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
We'll
the good
talk
vibes.
about it the next time.
Serving
time.
up true crime. One dish at a time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.